When people invest in search advertising, they put up ads on the search. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a Google search engine results page for a query office bags related. You will notice that apart from the organic stuff that you see on the page, which is way down the page, the ads dominate. These are sponsored results and you'll see a slightly yellowish orange tag indicating that they are ads. What happens if I have found a website that I want to go to and then I need the search engine page? This is what happens. In this case, I was looking for sites about cakes and baking and I came to this website. Plus, there's an opportunity for you to see a tourist. So there you go, how this works in China. As you saw in the previous slide, 28% of the time is spent in social media, with most tourists Facebook has space for us to do. In this example, you can see ads for furniture, eyewear, even have you ever gone that could be based on your previous browsing history. If you've been shopping for diapers for your kid, you could see ads that say, maybe you should buy a new diaper bag again. Cost effectiveness is a big driver for digital marketing. Traditional media over time has become super expensive. Placing an ad in the newspaper or buying a hoarding for a month is a large outlay of money. Whereas digital marketing can probably start it off with 1/10 of that investment. The digital media is also an extremely measurable media. Going back to the example of the road and the hoarding, you may not have an exact count of how many people actually saw the ad on that hoarding. You will not know how many people went into your store because of that hoarding. And you will never know how many people bought that particular item because of what they saw on that particular road. Unless, of course, that was the only marketing media that you were using at that point of time. But digital media, you can track this to the very last click. You will know how many people came to your site, from where they came, what they saw on your site, and what they bought, what was the value of that purchase, and when they come back again, you can track that as well. Digital campaigns are extremely scalable campaigns. If I create a campaign for the US today, I can easily replicate it for India tomorrow. There's no permissions involved, there's no time involved. It's all done within a few clicks. How engaged can you be with the hoarding on the road? Can you talk to it? Can you change it? You can't. But you can be super engaged with an interactive ad that you see on a website. We will see examples later where you can actually make the ad work for you. You can make characters in the ads do different things by clicking your mouse around. That is engagement. What do I mean by a level playing field? If I were a small little business, obviously I will not have the monies involved to compete with a large player, a national player. But you can do so in digital marketing. You can actually decide where your ads will show, to how many people they will show, and if your ads are of high quality, you might actually end up paying lesser than the bigger players in your market. And of course, there is the ability to go viral. How many of your friends ever passed down a paper cutting to you and said, "Wow, look at this ad"? Not likely. But a lot of them must have shared a wonderful ad on their Facebook profiles. And that multiplies. That is free advertising. Let's look at the objectives of digital marketing. Driving sales and leads. This is direct response marketing, where your campaigns will get people to buy something from your website. In some cases, they may not want to buy something, but probably convert to a lead, where they will sign up for a quote or sign up for a subscription. If you're a small brand that nobody knows about, or if you're a huge brand but introducing a new product, a new addition to your product line, and you want to increase brand awareness, digital marketing is the answer. For businesses that are not really selling a product and don't need sales or leads, or not advertising a product, but just want people to come to their site, could be a news site, could be a blog about cooking, could be something about the environment that you want to talk about. Basically, you're driving people to your site, and this can be done through digital marketing. User behavior is an important factor in advertising. There is a difference between how it is treated in traditional media and digital media. Let's look at a few factors that matter in digital marketing. The first page of results. There's a funny quote that I read the other day that the best place to bury somebody is on the second page of results, because they're never going to be found. If you are not on the first page of a search engine's results, nobody is ever going to click in and see your ads. So it's important to be in the midst of action, which is on the first page. The first fold is that part of the website that you see without scrolling down. Again, most people are not involved enough to scroll down, and therefore, if you want your message to be heard, it's important to be in the first fold. We need a right mix of text and images. Too much text will make it look like a newspaper, too bookish. Too much images will look like clutter. In fact, there's a term called banner blindness, where the brain is attuned to tuning out stuff which looks like too much of ads. So you need to have the right mix of text and images. Clarity of content. Somebody who comes to your website needs to understand what your website is all about. He shouldn't have to be clicking through 5 or 6 links to get a gist of what your site is about. It needs to be there, upfront, clear, and easy to understand. A call to action is a signal to the user about what he has to do. What do you want people to do when they come to your site? Do you want them to buy something? Do you want them to sign up somewhere? Do you want them to give them your email ID? What do you want them to do? Unless you tell them clearly, they are not going to be able to understand. Quick and easy navigation is a very important factor. Have you ever been to websites where you try hitting the back button and you come back out of the site? If you have, that's terrible, isn't it? A user needs to understand how he can move from one page on the site to another. A prominent back button, a home button, all this will help. Security. Security is a major concern because there's lots of commercial transactions happening on the web. You put in your credit card details, you don't want to be phished, or you don't want to end up spending a lot of money unintentionally. So security is important. Invest resources in creating a secure atmosphere for your users. Responsiveness. In this world of social media, where people expect you to talk back to them, brands have a very important responsibility of responding back to the user. If somebody posts on a brand's page that I didn't get this product or it was bad, it becomes important for the brand to respond back and say, "We're sorry, we will look into it." If you don't, that leaves a very bitter taste in the user's mouth. So watch out for responsiveness. That brings us to the end of this module. Let's take a look at what we learned. We learned that exponential growth on the digital highway or the digital world is a huge opportunity for marketers. Users can be reached in various channels: search, display, social media, email marketing, and more. The benefits of digital marketing are numerous. A few important ones are relevance, measurability, and scalability. The main objectives of digital marketing are driving sales and leads, clicks to your site, or increasing brand awareness. And finally, we learned about how user behavior in the digital world is different from the traditional world and what this sets expectations for, what factors are important when you look at a digital marketing campaign. Thank you.